What makes a successful morning routine? Psychology behind daily success? Awaken mindset? The truth about perfect mornings? It's 7 a.m. Your alarm goes off. You swipe your phone, roll over, and for a few seconds, your mind races through everything you should be doing. Exercise, meditation, journaling, breakfast, planning. But instead, you scroll. You tell yourself, "I'll start tomorrow." Sound familiar? Here's the truth most people don't admit. It's not that you don't want a good morning routine. It's that you've tried and failed too many times to believe one will stick. But what if the reason isn't laziness or lack of willpower? What if it's psychology? What if creating a successful morning routine isn't about doing more, but about understanding how your mind actually works and building habits that align with it instead of fighting against it? Welcome to the psychology behind daily success, the science and soul of mornings that truly change your life. This isn't another 5 a.m. club speech. This is about learning why mornings shape your mindset and how to design one that works for you, not against you. Let's awaken that mindset. 1. The myth of morning productivity. For years, we've been told that successful people wake up early. Winners rise before the sun. Discipline equals success. Sleep is for the weak. But let's pause for a moment. Is that actually true? Science says not necessarily. Research from the University of Westminster found that waking up too early, especially without enough sleep, can increase cortisol, the stress hormone, throughout the day. In other words, an early start doesn't automatically mean a better day. The key isn't the hour you wake up, it's the intention you wake up with. Let's face it, waking up at 5 a.m. means nothing if you spend the first hour in anxiety, distraction, or autopilot. A successful morning isn't about copying Elon Musk's schedule or reading a list of billionaire routines. It's about aligning your mind, emotions, and actions before the world floods you with noise. Here's a simple truth. Your morning is successful when it connects you to who you want to be, not just what you have to do. That's the psychological shift that most people miss. When you approach mornings as a place to reconnect with yourself, you start each day from grounded clarity, not chaos. And that's where daily success begins, not with time management, but with state management. The psychology of why mornings matter from a psychological perspective. Your morning is a neural reset button. In the first hour after waking, your brain transitions from theta, dream waves, into alpha, relaxed awareness. That's when your subconscious mind is the most open. It's literally listening to what you tell it. Every thought, every word, every emotional tone you start your morning with becomes a mental blueprint for how your brain filters reality throughout the day. If you start your day with stress, rushing, or negativity, your brain stays in a threat state, scanning for problems, not possibilities. But if you start your day with calm focus, gratitude, or movement, you're programming your brain to look for opportunities and control. In neuroscience, this is called priming, shaping your mindset to influence perception and behavior. Here's what that means for you. The first 10 minutes of your day literally train your attention. The tone you set becomes the emotional lens for your day. You can't always control the day, but you can train your mind to meet it well. So when people say, win the morning, win the day, it's not motivational fluff. It's neuroscience. You're either teaching your brain to react or to respond. And that one choice, that subtle difference, separates burnout from balance. The habit loop, how the brain builds and breaks. Morning routines, here's where psychology gets practical. According to behavioral science, habits are built through the cue, routine, reward loop, first popularized by Charles Duhigg in The Power of Habit. Your brain loves efficiency. It doesn't want to decide what to do every morning. It wants automation. That's why you automatically reach for your phone, coffee, or clothes. Your brain associates certain cues with comfort or control. So to build a successful morning routine, don't rely on motivation. Redesign the cues. Here's how to do it. Step 1. Identify your triggers. What usually starts your morning? The alarm sound? The phone? The smell of coffee? Write down what actually happens between waking up and leaving home. Awareness is the first act of transformation. Step 2. Replace. Don't remove. You can't just stop scrolling or stop snoozing. The brain hates loss. Instead, replace the trigger with a better reward. If you check your phone for dopamine, replace it with music or stretching. If you snooze for comfort, replace it with a slower alarm and a deep breath. You're not deleting behavior. You're reprogramming it. Step 3. Reward the process. Every time you follow your new routine, even for 2 minutes, reward yourself mentally. Say out loud, "I followed through." Smile. This releases dopamine and reinforces the loop. The secret? Your brain doesn't care about big wins. It cares about repeated wins. That's why making your bed, journaling for 2 minutes, or drinking water right away matters more than finishing an entire 30-minute meditation session. You're building identity, not performance. Mindset. Before method, the inner game of mornings, most people approach morning routines backward. They focus on what to do, exercise, meditate, journal, plan, instead of how they think while doing it. But psychology teaches us that behavior follows identity. You won't keep doing something that doesn't match who you believe you are. If you think, "I'm not a morning person," your brain will find evidence to support that belief. If you think, "I'm someone who values presence," your actions will naturally shift toward mindfulness. That's the foundation of identity-based habits and made famous by James Clear's Atomic Habits. So before you design your schedule, ask, who do I want to be in the morning? How do I want to feel as I start my day? When your why becomes clear, the how becomes simple. Here's a subtle but powerful reframing. Don't build a morning routine to be productive. Build it to feel aligned, awake, and empowered. Because the goal isn't to control your morning. The goal is to connect with it. A simple mindset. Practice. Every morning before touching your phone, take 90 seconds to run through this. Gratitude. What's one thing I appreciate right now? Intention. What's the energy I want to bring into today? Vision. What's one small step that aligns with my best self? This micro practice sets your inner compass. It's not just positive thinking, it's neurological conditioning, and the more you do it, the more your subconscious aligns with the story you want to live. The ripple effect. How a morning routine shapes the rest of your life. Let's zoom out. Why does any of this matter? Because your morning routine doesn't just affect your schedule. It affects your identity, emotional regulation, and relationships. Here's what psychology shows us. People who start their day intentionally are more emotionally resilient throughout the day. Consistent morning habits correlate with better stress management and higher life satisfaction. Even 5 minutes of quiet focus can reduce reactivity and impulsive decisions later in the day. That's not magic. That's neurochemistry. When you anchor your day with mindfulness, your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that governs decision-making, becomes more active. You gain control over your impulses, emotions, and reactions. You stop being a passenger in your own day. You become the driver. This is why successful people, from athletes to artists to entrepreneurs, all protect their mornings fiercely. Not because of superstition, but because they understand psychological momentum. A morning grounded in clarity and presence creates a ripple effect. You speak differently. You react differently. You think differently. You feel different. And over time, those differences compound into a completely different life. Common myths about morning routines and the psychology behind them. Let's debunk a few misconceptions that sabotage most people's progress. Myth 1. I have to wake up early to be successful. False. You have to wake up aligned, not early. It's not about hours gained, but energy directed. Myth 2. If I miss a morning, I failed. This perfectionism is a cognitive trap called all or nothing thinking. The brain loves absolutes, success or failure, but real growth lives in the gray zone. Missing a morning doesn't reset your progress. Starting again does. Myth 3. A good morning means being productive. No. A good morning means being present. Productivity is a byproduct of alignment, not the goal itself. Myth 4. I'll start when life calms down. That's another psychological trap called temporal discounting, the brain's habit of delaying action in favor of imagined future stability. But the truth is, the busyness never ends. You don't wait for calm to build your peace. You create peace inside the chaos. 7. The 7-day psychological reset challenge enough theory. Let's put this into practice. Here's a 7-day challenge rooted in psychology, not perfectionism. Day 1. Awareness. Observe your current morning routine without judgment. Write down what you do from the moment you wake up to 9 a.m. Awareness creates choice. Day 2. Redesign the first 10 minutes. Change just one cue. For example, replace phone checking with drinking water and deep breathing. Anchor the behavior with a reward, like playing your favorite song. Day 3. Mindset. Check-in. Use the 90-second practice. Gratitude, intention, vision. Notice how your energy shifts. Day 4. Movement as medicine. Move your body for at least 5 minutes. Stretch, walk, dance, anything. Movement rewires emotion faster than thought. Day 5. Silence before screens. No digital input for the first 20 minutes. Let your mind set its own tone before the world sets it for you. Day 6. Reflect and refine. Ask, what parts of my routine energize me? Which parts drain me? Adjust. This is about alignment, not aesthetics. Day 7. Celebrate progress. Review how you felt throughout the week. Celebrate even 10% improvement. The brain thrives on acknowledgement. After 7 days, you'll notice something subtle. You don't just wake up to your alarm anymore, you wake up to yourself. The deeper meaning of daily success at its core. Daily success isn't about productivity. It's about self-connection. When you treat mornings as sacred space, a bridge between who you were and who you're becoming, you start living intentionally. Success then stops being a destination. It becomes a rhythm. Each sunrise is an invitation to slow down, to realign, to remember that you already have everything you need to begin again. The most successful mornings aren't about doing more. They're about being more present. Call to action. Start tomorrow morning. Don't wait for the perfect plan. Don't wait for the motivation. Tomorrow morning, take back the first 10 minutes of your day. Breathe, move, reflect, set an intention. That's it. No fancy journals, no 4:30 alarms, no guilt, just you, meeting yourself before the world meets you. And as you do that day after day, you'll realize success doesn't start with a to-do list. It starts with a state of mind. So tomorrow, when the alarm rings, don't snooze your awakening. Rise with awareness. Rise with purpose. Rise with yourself. Support Awaken Mindset. If this message resonated with you, if it made you pause, breathe, or reflect, you're already beginning your shift. Support Awaken Mindset by sharing this article with someone ready to start their own reset, joining our community of growth-minded humans, following us for more stories, practices, and insights to keep your mind awake and aligned. Together, we rise, one mindful morning at a time. Awaken Mindset, because the psychology of success begins with the way you start your day.